Hey Darklings, Raven Dracul with a different video for you guys today. It's not going to be a haul video, for once. I haven't done a topic video in a while, and yes, I did change my hair. I went to black because I was getting tired of the pink hair, and I was getting tired of the other colors. So I actually went to just all black, and these are extensions because my hair is pretty short, but they're human hair extensions, so they last quite a while. But this is going to be on the topic of, is Goth dead? And I know there are people who probably do think it is dead, but it is quite far from that actually. If you guys don't know about goth, it's a music-based subculture. Yes, fashion is like a big thing, especially, but you don't have to be goth to wear the fashion. Especially since, like I said, it is a music-based subculture. And the music started around the late 70s to early 80s. You have bands like Bauhaus, Susie and the Banshees, The Cure, and so on. And even now, you still have other bands coming out that are newer goth bands. There's one in particular that I can think of that I saw as a recommendation on Lygia Resurrected. Sorry if I butcher it. Adrian's channel. She does absinthe reviews, and she also does band reviews, like reviewing newer music and the goth subculture. And one in particular, which I do have the music on my phone, is called Her Despair. They also have I'm not sure, do they have a Facebook page? I know they have a Instagram. There we go. I was trying to think. But yeah, there's even newer music coming out even today. If there's different bands you can listen to, it doesn't have to be the ones that I recommend or anybody else recommends. There's music for everybody that is in the subculture. And also for like the industrial goth, there is the EBM music. My bangs are getting in my eyes, sorry. But I know I am one of those goths that do also like to really dress up in the fashion. It may not always be dressy. God, my eyes. Hold on one second, we have to pause this. I already got the bang out of my eye. So yeah, music is the biggest part of the subculture. And I know there are people who are probably just getting into subculture that does not like the music, or they think it's whatever they want to make it. Please do your research. I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do, but goth is a music-based subculture. That's where it started, was with the music. If you look at older pictures from then when goth started, not all goths were wearing black. They even wore colors like white. Man, I really want to tease my hair again. I love teasing my hair, doing like the goth hairstyles. But I also like to make my own kind of fashion, like buy stuff from like thrift stores or other stores and kind of put it together and do my own kind of wardrobe, my own fashion of goth. And I usually do get compliments, especially with my makeup. My makeup is taking me years to get to where I am, years of makeup. Trust me, when I first started putting on makeup, at that time I thought it was good, but it's progressed over the years, and I'm always getting compliments on my eye makeup. Like my eyeliner, people keep asking me how I do it, and my same response to every person is years of practice. You're not gonna get it just like that. It took me years to get where I am with my makeup. Oh my god. Some of my pictures from my earlier goth years just make me want to cringe. And now I have my eyebrows back because for a couple years, well, 2013 or 2014, I started shaving my eyebrows. It wasn't till the last couple, like 2 to 3 years, that I actually let it grow back. And my fiance like, do not cut them again. Do not cut them. Just let them stay the way they are. Because when I did first start drawing my eyebrows, they were like, I was actually drawing on my eyebrows before I shaved them, and they were like real thick. And then they're just terrible when I did shave them off and start drawing them. And, you know, then you're like, oh yeah, it looks great, it looks perfect, I like how it looks. And it's like, you look back years later and it's like, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. And then I did like some phases where I went with the thin eyebrows. Some of those actually I thought looked pretty good, and I still do to this day when I look at the pictures. Yeah, so Goth is Not Dead. Also, you know, support your goth community, whether it be going out to clubs or like graveyard picnics. I would love to go to a graveyard picnic. I do not know any goths here in St. Augustine where I am. I know there are some in Jacksonville. I'm not sure if we do have a goth picnic in Florida. If we do, I'll have to definitely look that up. Definitely do your research for things like that, especially, or you know, you don't have to always go to like goth clubs, but goth clubs is one of the things. I haven't been to one in a while. There's not really a whole lot of goth events here where I am in particular. I have to actually travel outside when I have time because I do constantly work a lot. And yes, I do wear a lot of my goth fashion at work to an extent because some jobs are kind of iffy. This job, as well as some other jobs, have actually been lenient on my hair colors, my constant different hair colors. My piercings are allowed. I've not had any complaints. Other jobs have told me no lip piercings, you gotta do something about that. Maybe a stud, but this job in particular has been, sorry, I gotta fix that, pretty lenient on this, and I don't have any. I know if you work in restaurants, they'll tell you you can't wear all those earrings, like one or two pairs of earrings. Can't wear your piercings, can't have colored hair, can't wear rings. I don't work in a restaurant, so luckily that's not a problem for all of this. And my necklaces and my craziness. Everybody I work with, I get along with, and they don't mind. There is a particular person I work with at work. I'm not going to say his name or anything, but he has given me some of his old buttons because he used to be goth. He listened to the music and stuff, and he's given me buttons with some of the bands. I think he gave me some Bauhaus pins actually. So it's pretty cool when he goes through those pins and gives me things that he had when he was younger growing up. So I think he's like 50 or something. So he was definitely around in that time. So yeah, music is like the biggest thing. There's always new music coming out. You can always look that up, and you can definitely check out the channel for Elijah Resurrected. Adrian, she does like, and especially if absinthe is your thing, and if you're just getting into absinthe drinking, definitely check her videos out because I wouldn't just go into drinking it. I still had to do some of my research because I have an absinthe fountain in my room and some absinthe drinks and everything, and I haven't gotten into drink my absinthe yet. But I've been watching her videos, which seem to be pretty helpful on absinthe drinking. She also has a TikTok if you want to follow her. I also have a TikTok if you want to follow me, Raven Dracul. And I have Instagram. She has Instagram. So definitely go check her out. There are also other awesome people in the subculture to go follow that also do talk about other things in the subculture. One being Angela Benedict, if she is watching this video. Definitely go check her out. She is worth watching. I know some people may be able to handle her and some people may not, but I actually like her videos. It's just, everybody's opinions are their own, and I actually find a lot of her videos to be helpful and interesting because she is older than me. I'm only 30 years old. I've been part of the subculture since I was 13, so 16 or 17 years I've been a part of the subculture, and I've learned a lot throughout the years, and I still do learn new things. So I don't know everything, but I am quite knowledgeable about a lot of things as well. And so is she. So seeing as she is older, the older people tend to have, more experience and know more things. Um, but it doesn't make you less goth because I've been part of the subculture for quite a while now. And I used to be told that it's just a phase, and that was during middle school through high school that I was told, you're gonna grow out of it. No, I'm already 30 and I'm still this way. Some people do tend to grow out of being goth, and to me, maybe that's just something they wanted to do through middle school and high school and just never wanted to actually be goth. Or I don't know, I'm not trying to say that they were not goth, not trying to say they were, but a lot of times it usually is a phase for people who do grow out of it, seems like. But for me, I'm one of those fortunate people that has never been a phase. I've always felt the way I do as a goth and felt this is for me. So I don't know, I hope this video is useful for people who are not goth or like getting into the goth subculture. You can definitely do your research. There's a lot you can find online that you probably couldn't have found back then when the internet was just starting out. There wasn't like a lot of information out there. You had to like be there. But now you can find books, you can find stuff online. There's also people you can find in the goth subculture here on YouTube, and part of the gothic community, and everybody has their own opinions and things, their experiences of the subculture. And I have my experiences. I didn't really know a lot of goth people growing up, and it's very hard for me to know a lot now because places I've lived, areas I've lived, I don't see a lot of them unless I go travel state to state or overseas, where it's big overseas, in like the UK or bigger cities or stuff like that. I would have to travel to other states. I would love to meet a lot of these lovely people in the goth community. That would be lovely, but I don't. I work a lot. I don't have a lot of time to travel, and I don't have a car. I can't drive. So I'm limited to certain things. There is some instances where some of the people in the goth community have at least one. I think Adrian was one of them that I came to St. Augustine. I could be wrong. And I had a chance to meet her, and it just never happened. I think I just didn't have a way of getting down there, and it was for a limited time. I think it was for like a photo shoot. And I feel bad that I didn't get that chance to meet her. The only other person that I've met in the goth community that is part of a goth group called the Crook Shadows is Johanna. I've met her multiple times actually. But that's pretty much it. I haven't met a lot of people, and I don't really know a lot of people. So I'm used to being like online and knowing people from online through YouTube or Facebook or TikTok, because some of those same people also have those social media platforms, so you can actually talk to them or things like that. I've been wanting to do a video for a while on a topic of the gossip culture and just rambling on and kind of getting my input in there. But yeah, I would say that goth is very much still alive. It's just, evolving more. It's not going to stay where it was before, but music. Music is the biggest key, and I love that I've found a lot of like newer goth bands and even some older goth bands that I did not know. And I have a lot of those great bands on my phone. So let me see if I can name some. Of course, I said Bauhaus, Susie and the Banshees, Crook Shadows, The Cure. There's also Batcave 13. There is Specimen, 45 Grave, 69 Eyes. There's a lot. You can actually go look those bands up. You can find a lot of that stuff here on YouTube. And definitely worth listening. Oh, Her Despair. I did say them. They're a newer group. Really great music. So yeah. That's pretty much what I have for the most part. Like I said, don't have to necessarily be wearing goth fashion to be considered goth, since it is a music-based subculture, and try to be active if you can, or as much as you can, in the goth community. I haven't been to a cemetery in a while. I usually go to take pictures at cemeteries. I'm gonna have to look into cemetery picnics or graveyard picnics. If there's any of those here in Florida, hopefully it's not hours away from where I am, I would love to actually attend one. That would be pretty interesting. Also, there is not a particular fashion that you have to wear in the goth subculture. I am actually into other fashions besides putting together my own. Victorian fashion is one of the biggest ones that I do like. And if you saw my video where I showed my stuff from Dracula Clothing, that skirt and that corset, I love it so much. I'm thinking of actually getting the black pair. They also have a purple pair. They have a black, red, and purple pair. And I'm gonna get the black. Maybe even the purple. We'll see. But I do like that. And I used to like the goth industrial fashion. I still have my dreads that tie into my hair, but I'm not like as big into it as I was before. But I do like some of the music, so there's still that. I'm just not like that heavily into it as I used to be. So it's mainly the Victorian fashion and whatever fashion I put together. And I also like the trad goth, traditional goth style, especially with the teasing of the hair. I do not like pastel goth though. That's just, I don't really consider that to be a goth fashion. But I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go, and I will see you guys hopefully soon in another video. And I hope any of this was probably helpful. I know I'm kind of awkward in my videos. I have to. Sometimes I lose my train of thought, and sometimes I just jumble things together. But I hope you pretty much got the point of this video. Goth is not dead. Very much alive. There are awesome people out there. I was gonna say, I also like the vampiric parts of goth. You know, another thing that I would really like to do is go to the vampire ball. Yeah. Bye, Darklings.